Hi everybody, it's Katie. Today I wanted to talk about something that I haven't on my channel in a long time. It's all about piercings, namely my piercings that I have. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these. I'm going to kind of just go about what I have, where I have them, my experience, pain levels, things like that. Um, and I will be doing like an updated, like cleaning, how to take care of them kind of um, FAQ sort of thing. But today I wanted to talk about what piercings that I actually have and like pain and things like that. So let's get started. When I was about 13 or so, I had gotten my first lobes done. Um, just the first hole here, both ears. Um, Again, first off, I wanted to just say sorry about the quality of my camera. I'm hoping soon to be getting a better camera, so bear with me, please. But anyways, when I was 13, I had originally gone with my first lobes, and I had those originally about a year or so when I just took them out and just let them be, and they ended up closing up. Um, about 4 to 5 years ago, I think 5 years ago or so, I got them re-pierced, and for me, the pain level was on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the worst pain ever, and 1 being like didn't really feel anything. I would say about 1.5, pretty much because the first right down here is just more or less skin. I had got them done at my local Walmart, and I will get into why that wasn't a good idea. Um, I had it done with a gun, both first and second lobe holes, and if you do your research on it, the piercing gun compared to if you go to like a tattoo shop, they use a hollow needle. Whereas if you go to like Claire's or Walmart or whatever place you have near you that would be like a department store kind of thing, they use a gun. Why that's such a bad thing is that there's really no way to be able to clean and or sterilize a gun, handgun, um, and it's really bad for the skin because all it does is just kind of like rip through, whereas like a hollow needle um, is hollow and it would just go through and kind of take away that extra, well, not extra, but the skin, um, and it's a lot easier on your body to get pierced with a hollow needle. But at the time, I didn't know that there was anything like wrong, if you will. Um, but yes, mine, both first and second lobe holes, had gotten done with a piercing gun. For me, they healed up fine. In hindsight, would I do it again with a gun? Probably not. But again, at the time, I didn't know. The next piercing I had gotten was, I believe, my second holes. Probably 2.5, 3 years ago. Again, I didn't really know that there was anything wrong with a gun. I had gotten them done at, I don't remember the place, but it was it was like with a gun. Um, Again, the pain on that was probably a 1.5 or so. It was just a little pinch, it stung a little bit, but wasn't anything unbearable. Um, really wasn't that bad for me. And then the next one, I had my Helix up here done. Um, I'm gonna probably get a lot of crap about this. I originally had it done, I think back in 2013. I had it done with a gun. Um, at that time, I had not really done my research all that well. And I didn't know that there was anything bad or wrong with having it done with a gun. But after about a week, it had been really, really sore. With any cartilage piercing on your ears, it's going to be really sore. But I had done research after the fact, and I realized I should have gotten it done with a needle, a hollow needle at a piercing shop. And that piercing had lasted me only about a year, year and a half. It just really wasn't healing. Um, it was just the biggest pain in the butt. I ended up taking that one out, letting it heal. And probably 2 to 3 months after that, I had gone to an actual shop and gotten it done with a hollow needle. And it just was a lot better of an experience for me. In recent events, that one had, yes, I have my Helix pierced here. It's a different one. I will get to it, but that one that I had done, I had to take out for medical reasoning. So then, after the first one done with a gun, I had gotten one just below it, again with a gun. That one had actually gotten infected. I had gone to my piercer that I actually go to now, and I had asked him, what do I do? I was stupid. I admitted that I had done something wrong. And he had helped me out, and he said, you should see a doctor because I do believe it's infected. And I had gone to see a doctor. They had given me antibiotics. I took that piercing out. It healed up. Gone and done with. I don't miss it. I do regret doing what I did, but lesson learned. And this is why I'm making this video, is to just kind of like let you guys know more about it near the end of the video. So then next, I had gotten in 2013 or so, I had gotten my belly button pierced. And the first time, it was probably pain-wise, it was about a 4. It stung kind of bad, and it wasn't like super bad. It was just more uncomfortable. I hadn't done research on and this whole video is making me sound kind of stupid, but kind of a learning experience. The guy just wasn't professional, I think. He was at a professional shop, but I don't know. I don't think the guy really did. He wasn't really that skilled, because some piercers are really good at what they do, and others you can kind of tell that they're not as good. He didn't. I don't think he used a ring that was curved enough, and I wish I had jewelry, but I don't, to kind of show, because there are different jewelry that you can use. That one had lasted me probably 6 or 8 weeks when it started to reject. And if you watch Brienne Barbie's, she's a YouTuber, a video of hers about migrating and stuff, migrating and rejection on a belly ring, kind of explains how the difference between migrating and rejection and stuff. And I will again also explain that in a little bit. But it had, for me, had rejected before it came all the way through the skin. I had taken it out and let it heal. That piercer had just given me a lot of bad advice for the whole thing. And I'm not saying that everything was his fault about why it rejected. But I had probably given that a few months to heal, just because my body heals really, really slow. I had tried it again, and second time had lasted probably 5 months before, again, it rejected. before anybody says anything bad. It doesn't matter who you are, how heavy you are, how skinny you are, how tall you are, whatever, what shape you are. If you have a surface piercing, which could be a dermal, it could be a belly button piercing, eyebrow piercing, whatever, if your body chooses to, when it tries to heal, if it wants to reject the piercing, it doesn't matter how well you actually take care of it. Your body is just kind of, it doesn't want it there. And the difference between migration and rejection is migration is where the piercing actually kind of moves, and rejection is where, if like your body's has the piercing and the piercing is just going to keep coming forward until it's out. And it's nothing that you're really doing wrong. It's just your body is trying to heal. But if you'd like more info on that, I can make a whole separate video on that. And then I had gotten my nose done. I don't know if you can see the jewelry I have in right there. It's just what you would call a nose screw. If you're unsure of what a nose screw is, you can Google it. That one I had gotten done back in 2014. I still think it's, like a really attractive piercing. A lot of people can pull it off. I like it. I think my face would look really kind of weird without one now. I don't know, I really like it. Then I had my conch done, or conch, whatever way you want to pronounce it. And that is right inside the ear here. I've had this guy for a year, I think, maybe a little longer. This guy is fully healed. And again, one of my favorite piercings. I love it. I was originally pierced with a stud. I wish that this could pick it up a little bit better, but it doesn't. But I now have a CVR in it, which is just a hoop with a little ball in it. Again, pain on this one. Oh, the pain on my nose, first off, I forgot. The pain on that one was probably, if I remember correctly, was like a 2.5 to a 3. It was just kind of like a pinch, more pressure, and then it kind of stung for a few minutes after, but it really wasn't that bad. And for my conch, the actual initial piercing of it was probably, for me, was like a 2, but day 3 to like day 15 was just so uncomfortable for me, so painful. My ear was really sore and swollen and red, and I did my cleaning like I did every single day, twice a day, like my piercer had told me to do. For me, in my experience, a lot of cartilage piercings on your ears, for me, they tend to get kind of painful. And when I sleep, I'm kind of like all over the place. So they get, even after they're healed, they get kind of irritated and just kind of like moody. And then most recently, I had gotten my Helix done again. It's still kind of new, so I'm not really touching too much. That one, because I have had other piercings go in my ear, right in here, I'm going to give it about a 5 because it has gone through some scar tissue and that was just really painful. I went to a different piercer this time, just because I have gone to him one or two other times for a few different things, and I do trust this guy. I do recommend going to somebody that you do trust, and to actually try to heal this is a little bit different than I've been told before, but excuse me, nothing that's unheard of. He has recommended me to use Provon soap, which is like what they use in like hospitals and stuff. He had given me like a 4 ounce bottle, I think, of it. Just use a little bit. What I do is I just wet my hands and just kind of get it all like soapy. Just put it all around, make sure that it goes in and out, and just rinse it really good. And so far, I do really like that method, because other piercers have told me with other various piercings to use like sea salt water, warm water, which is a 1/4 teaspoon in an 8-ounce glass of water, as hot as you can stand it, and just put it like on your ear or wherever to clean. And I still do that to help. When my conch is acting up, I do just kind of put it on for a few minutes, and it does kind of like make it not quite so irritated. Either way, I have found is like a really good way of helping to heal piercings, and it feels really good using the sea salt water solution. You can also get it in a spray called H2 Ocean. Different piercing places have it. You can get it, I think, on Amazon. I'm not sure about other sites or anything, but those are places that I have found that you can get them. Get the H2 Ocean. You can even get Provon on Amazon. And I think the last video that I did was of my Rook piercing, which is this little part in your ear right here. I had that done February of 2015. The initial piercing of that was by far the worst, most painful piercing for me. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 7.5. It was just, for me, it was really, really painful. But then afterwards, it really wasn't that bad. Again, yes, it would get irritated if I bumped it or whatever, but it really wasn't that bad. And I don't have it anymore. It's healed up. Things have happened. It just wasn't healing right, and made me sad. But I just, it was time for me to retire it. And, I did what I had to do with it, and that's it. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm going to be doing another one of like FAQs and like how to really, really clean piercings. And if there's anything else that I might have missed or skipped over or anything, definitely leave a comment below. If you could give this video comment. It's been a long day. If you can give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of that, and let me know if there's any other types of videos that you want me to do. Let me know, and if you subscribe, I will definitely be making a lot more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!